Hi everybody, Hans here with ListingsMagic, and happy Friday, almost the weekend. Friday, well, it's Friday when I recorded this. Of course, you may watch it later. Friday the 18th, March 18th of 2022, day after St. Paddy's Day, so happy belated St. Patrick's Day. And this video is going to be on some updates to our valuation pages. And so I think it's a very underutilized tool. Let me talk about a couple things. The first thing I want to talk about is that this tool has evolved over the years. So years ago, a lot of agents were using these. We've had them for a long, long time, and they were very effective, but they didn't give you the valuation right up front. It was called forced registration. They would force you to tell you who they were before you would actually give them the valuation. So you're kind of withholding that value until they give you what you want from them. And while that worked back then, it does not work anymore. And we all kind of know why, because we are inundated with these ads. I see them all the time in my Facebook feed. Maybe it's because I'm in the real estate space, but I'm sure that the average consumer is seeing them. Matter of fact, I've got some funny images that I captured where people were yelling at the agent, well, yelling through the post that they just don't want to see this anymore. Please stop, or I'm tired of it, or whatever it might be. So there's become a saturation. That doesn't mean they still can't be effective, but they have to be unique. And so that's what I'm going to show you here in a second. But let me show you what's wrong with this one. So I came across this one here, and like I said, I see a lot of them along the way. Find the market value of your home for free. How many times are you going to see this and think, what the heck? How many times do I have to, run across an ad that's asking me for the same thing? So I'll show you how to do it a little bit differently. But so what's going to happen is what's good about these guys is a lot of them actually pop up a form right away and require you to tell them who you are, first name, last name, email address, phone number, are you buying, selling, how many bedrooms is your house, like a ridiculous number of questions that nobody is going to answer, or I should say a minuscule percentage of people are going to take the time to answer. So with this one though, at least they drive you to a landing page that is on their website. So that's better because there's at least some branding that goes along with it. But it's the same thing. Here's the issue with that. You get here, you put in an address, and so I'll just put in an address that kind of pops up here for me, and fetching. And sure enough, before I can see anything, I've got to tell you who I am. I don't get the information in the background. And while again that used to work, it doesn't work anymore. It's just not effective. So let me show you, how our tool works and what makes it unique and different. So going to the account dashboard here, you've got a couple places to get to it. You can scroll down here and do valuation pages, or you got it over here on the right. So if I just click on valuation pages, it'll take me to the valuation page, and you can see that you have a couple different options. You can update the valuation pages, which you want to do. You can go to the link itself. You can post it to Facebook. But for this one here, I want to update it to show you some of the possibilities of what you can do. Let me use one that I need to upload a photo for. So the first thing is I need a photo. So I'm going to go find a photo of Aurora. I don't know what that's going to look like, but let's just take something. Sorry, Aurora, I just don't know what you've got exciting to offer in terms of visual. And so, sure, let's make sure it's a big enough image. So yeah, and obviously source the image however you need to source it. So, I'm just doing it for speed and efficiency here in this video to show you how this all works. Oh, actually, it's a format that doesn't work. Let's see if this one will work. Just need a certain size. Perfect. This one looks like it'll work. I don't even know where that is, but it's beautiful. A night scene. So Aurora 2. Great. So now I'm going to come back over here and come and say I want to upload a photo for the Aurora valuation page. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to customize it, personalize it, build trust. Aurora 2 we want. And now we click upload. And you want to choose a slightly larger image. That's one thing I did. I kind of just know to do that. And so now we've got an image. So let's take a look at our valuation page just to see. This is the initial landing page, right? So before we go through and put in an address, it's similar to the other one that we just saw. Here's what we want to do. We want to update it first, and you'll see some options here. And so one of the things you'll see is you have the initial page text that you can put in place, and then you can put in a final page registration text. And there should be some default text here that we're going to add. but you'll see what you want to add here when I get to the back end of this, so you can see what you can do. And then registration options. So we still offer the forced registration, which means you have to show us and tell us who you are before we give you the valuations, or you can do what's called a soft reg, and that's what I want to show you, or you can do none. And why you might want to do none is because you just want to get the address. You want to get the address for this person, and you don't want to, you want to just give up information freely and not force anything. But I wanted to show you the soft reg because it's kind of a good in between both of them. And now you can do a color for the landing page, and I'll just do a red, a bright red. And you can put in a Facebook pixel ID. I'm not going to talk about that here. That's a whole other conversation. And once you save that, let's come back here. We're going to refresh this. It's not going to look different here, but the functionality is going to be different. So I just want to make sure you understand the soft reg option that is here. Once again, just going to show you under the registration options, soft reg. So here we go. We're going to put in a property address. I'll use that same property as a demonstration property, but look how beautiful the background is. It's really cool. Again, it's something that if you are from Aurora, you probably know where this is. And so then we're going to go and grab that property data. So different than the last ones, we actually, again, we're building trust. We're going to show them, look, we know where your property is. We show it on a map. And then we also pulled in some property details on this listing. So we're, is it right? Is it wrong? Did you add a bedroom? Do you have 5? Is it really only 3? You can update it a little bit. And then once that information is correct, again, you're building trust. You're creating at least some sense of this agent isn't just trying to get something from me initially. They actually, are showing me something of value. And so now you can see you've got this red background that we selected. And we don't just give one valuation. We go out and actually find multiple valuations. Nobody else out there is doing this. So we've got information from Zillow. We've got information from Home Junction. And we've got information from CoreLogic. We've got information from Collateral. Oh, and here's the soft ask, the soft reg. These are your guesstimates. These are, of course, just online estimates that are designed to just give you an idea of what might be a sales price, but not a real valuation. But a real valuation can only be calculated by someone experienced in property valuations. I've been selling real estate, and this is from my wife's account, so I customize that. And this text here, just so you know, is set up back here. And so you'll want to make sure you update that with whatever you want to have here. We are going to put some default text here. I just want to make sure you're aware that that's where that comes from and where it's derived from. And so this one I customized for my wife's account. And so then if I want to, I can do that, but I don't have to. I'm not forced to. I don't want to do that, okay? If I do, great, I can. Oh, here's another one. Look at this. This is cool. So if I do fill it out, Hans Guth, and I go through, the last question is open to a site visit, yes or no. So again, soft, gentle, not forcing people. Oh, what does that mean? To get a better sense of a property's value, visiting the property and possibly seeing inside is essential. Being able to see the property will create a valuation with much higher accuracy. So we're explaining why would we want to visit the property. But you know what? I don't want to do that. Leave me alone. Great. You still get to go see everything you want to see. And behind the scenes, you as the agent got this property lead in your inbox. So you have somebody to follow up with. Put them on a postcard mailing list or drop by and visit or put something in their mailbox. And so you got all these valuations here and some properties that have sold nearby as well. And so you can now share this on Facebook. What I would do if I were to share it on Facebook is I would make sure that I said something about no obligation, multiple valuations. We will never force you to tell us. You want to talk to the frustration that people are experiencing out there if they ever try to do these things, that you are not that kind of an agent. You are willing to give up value in exchange for nothing, really. You're here to serve. And so I just think there's a lot of value in that in general. And again, you may get some leads as a result of this because you have that soft ask if you put that soft reg option on. So one more time, let's go through and show you how you get to it. So we're going to come back to the account dashboard. You're going to go to valuation pages. If you don't have a photo in place, I highly recommend you upload a photo. And then you're going to update that valuation page and then choose the soft reg option and put in the final page registration. We will put in something that's a default for you. Again, if you don't put something in there, so there will be something there, but you have the option to change it. So anyway, I hope this makes sense, and it was maybe a little long-winded, 10 minutes. Sorry for a little bit longer, but I know how important sellers are, and I know how important it is to get more seller leads, and we think this tool does a great job of doing that. So any questions, let us know. Support@listingsmagic.com, or you can chat with us live during normal business hours, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and have a great weekend.